Excuse me, sir. What happened inside? What happened inside?
Hey?
What happened? What do you think about the football match, the game? Or Manchester City? Madrid shot?
We're good.
Excuse me, sir. What happened inside? What happened?
Well, do you actually know the score, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you rub that in my face?
So guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to today's episode of the Studs on the Pitch. Okay, so we are going to be starting today's episode with, of course, Manchester City lost at Santiago Bernabeu, and they did not only lose, they lost disgracefully. So if you really think about a club that want to preach how every other club should celebrate, how every other fan should behave, how every other fan should be able to understand what is going on in their club, I think Manchester City fans fit that profile very well. They are trying to position themselves in such a way that they want to be the one that determine how any other club can celebrate, how any other club can do everything on the pitch. So if they are doing it, it is right, but if every other person is doing it, it is wrong. So according to this video I saw on Twitter, gotten by one of Spanish media team. I think I actually saw it on Euro or something on Twitter. The reality is that Manchester City cannot take a L. They cannot take a loss, and the fans they have, especially the new generational fans they have, are always going crazy whenever there is a loss or they have a loss. I understand the fact that they are used to winning, they are used to that kind of a mentality. But if you want to be the one that really, really set the standard in Europe, for example, and say that this is how a club should behave, for example, this is how Arsenal should behave, this is how Manchester United should behave, this is how Liverpool should behave, you should be able to take a loss as well. So let me start the video again so that we can actually talk about the video.
Excuse me, sir. What happened inside? What happened? What happened inside?
Hey?
What happened? What do you think about the football match, the game? Or Manchester City? Madrid shot?
We're good. So these are new generational fans of Manchester City, right? By the way, before we continue the video, please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please kindly do subscribe. This is a new channel. I have another channel called the Arsenal in Me, just in case if you are a proper Arsenal fan and you really want to follow me on that, please kindly do follow the Arsenal in Me, which is the Arsenal in Me channel. Here I talk about only Arsenal related content only. So going forward here, these are new generational Manchester City fans, and all they have seen in their life is Manchester City winning trophies. So I can kind of understand what is going on in their head. But at the same time, I think they need to start preparing because Manchester City is really on a downhill. It's really on a downhill.
Excuse me, sir. What happened inside? What happened?
Well, do you actually know the score, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you rub that in my face?
Nobody is rubbing anything on your face. It's just the reality. The reality is that maybe the way the journalist asks a question, what is happening inside, can be a little bit theatrical. Maybe you could have asked, why you leaving the stadium, for example, because the match has not even ended when they were leaving the stadium. I mean, it was about 60 something minutes as at the time they were leaving the stadium. So why would Manchester City be leaving the stadium when they were saying that? I remember there was a time they were saying that United fans are not true fans because they left the stadium. Arsenal fans are not true fans because they left the stadium when their team were losing. But now they are leaving the stadium, but nobody has to talk about that.
Excuse me. What happened inside? What happened inside?
We're not having a good season, right? That's it.
What season for City?
Real Madrid have got a class front three, and our defence is shaky. So that's what you expect.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
So this young man is quite intelligent. He's a really very intelligent guy. He might actually not be happy with what is going on in the stadium at the Bernabeu, but then he is aware of the situation. He knows Manchester City has a problem, and this is the kind of responses I expect from Manchester City fans. He's not going to be all rosy and you are not going to be all winning, because right now in the EPL, every other team is stepping up as well, stepping up to be able to, win the titles as well, or challenge for the title at least. So it's not going to be Manchester City beating Bournemouth 5-1, 6-1. No, the party is over. The party is absolutely over.
Excuse me, man. What happened inside? What happened?
Sorry?
What happened inside?
We'll get
Manchester
beat.
City.
We'll get beat. We'll
What?
get beat.
What result for City?
We haven't turned up. We've not turned up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Shit.
Shit. Shit. Okay, thank you.
So the downfall of Manchester City is really, really going to be more interesting because this is just the beginning and the fans are already going crazy. So you can imagine what would happen if Manchester City have a total collapse. So this is just the beginning and the fans are already, they're already shaky. So what should Arsenal say? What should people supporting Arsenal say? What should people supporting Manchester City that has had problems since Ferguson left the club? What should those guys be saying? Because Manchester City has dominated the league for quite a long time. And as about the time they were almost dominating Europe, because they dominated Europe for real, they picked up the Champions League. We cannot take that away from them. You get what I'm saying? But then now things are not working and the fans are already bailing out. If this continues, I can tell you for free that Manchester City would end up having not too many fans anymore.
Excuse me. Sir, what happened inside? What happened? What happened?
What happened? I don't know. Missed it.
What result? Sorry, man. What happened? What happened inside?
We're fucking wank. That's what happened, mate.
Shit, lads.
We are absolute shit. Is this recording?
Yeah.
So what, Pep Guardiola, he needs to fuck off. That's what. Leave him some fucking company. He's fucking wank. And Bernardo Silva needs to kill him.
Excuse me. What?
So if the fans are saying that Pep Guardiola should fuck off, Pep Guardiola has won Manchester City, I think 5 APL, maybe 4 or 5 APL. I think 3 in a row or so, maybe 3 or 4 in a row. I can't remember the numbers in my head right now. And you're saying a manager like that should fuck off. So guys, if you're supporting Manchester City and you're watching my video, please drop your comment in the comment section, or any other team at all, drop your comment in the comment section. What do you think is really, really happening? Do you think it's time for Guardiola to actually leave Manchester City? Or do you think there is a bubble already in Manchester City that is causing it? What do you think the problem is? Let's discuss in the comment section, guys. Let's discuss.
What happened inside? What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
We didn't turn up. Wrong formation. You know what I mean? He's prioritised Liverpool over this. Simple.
Thank you.
So wrong formation, prioritize Liverpool over you. What is that supposed to mean? What context? What is that supposed to mean, basically? Because if you are saying wrong formation in what sense? Guardiola has been using those beautiful formation that has been winning you leagues for quite a while now. He has been using amazing formation that has been doing the nice things to your club. So why are you not trusting Guardiola anymore? Why the sudden change in trust? I think the fans are ungrateful. I think the fans are not appreciative of what is going on. And I think they don't really understand. See, this is why I go crazy every time with Arsenal fans. Because what Mikel Arteta is doing for the club is something that will become a tradition for the club and will help the club to grow properly. But sticking with Manchester City right now, I think the fans really do not understand. They only enjoy the winning. They don't enjoy the travails that come with the winning. They don't enjoy the problems that come with the winning. Before Guardiola or before the Arab came into Man City was nowhere to be found. So I think the fans are not appreciative, and I really, really think that they just don't mind if Guardiola leaves at this point in time.
Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Sir, what happened inside? What happened inside?
So guys, that is the first thing I want to discuss. What do you think? This is discussed on the page. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. All right. So the other thing we're actually going to be discussing is mic'd up. We are not leaving that case anytime because proper. Howard Webb was on the show with Michael Oliver, and as you would expect, he because on my other channel, that is the Arsenal in Me, I talked about this stuff as well, but I did not put the video. It was only the transcript I read. So I decided to put the video now so that you can actually hear it and I'll make a commentary on it. So let's hear what Howard Webb has to say.
We're going back to match week 23 and a red card given to Miles Lewis-Skelly in Arsenal's win at Wolves.
I'm going to go red card, mate.
Red card on
Well,
Pires.
red card on the ankle. Serious red card. Serious foul.
Just checking the red card for serious foul play. Okay, it's going for serious foul play, not dogs though. Okay, for me, I think the contact's on the top of the foot.
Got another
I think he
angle
catches
from
him on the side of the ankle first. It glances off the
just
side of the ankle down onto the foot.
Just there, yeah.
So the first
So
impact
first
is more that
impact is on
Achilles
the
area
Achilles on the shin. Pause on point contact, please.
Yeah.
with no
There.
chance of playing the
So it's
ball.
high up above the ankle, then it comes back down.
Yep.
Okay, we've got some confrontation as well here. Okay, just get me the number, please.
So I needed you to listen to that conversation longer. What is happening there is that the VAR pro are saying that is not a doxo. That is not a denial of goal scoring opportunity. That is what doxo means. So that means the player is not stopping the attacker or the defender is not stopping the attacker from scoring because obviously he can't even cover that mile to Arsenal goal post. At the same time, they are saying that it is not a dangerous foul play. It's a foul, yes. It's not a dangerous foul play, right? But then they still went ahead to give a red card. But for you to understand the context very well, let me continue to play.
Number 49, Lewis Skelly.
49, yeah, Lewis-Skelly, yeah. Michael,
Yeah.
confirming the on-field decision of red card for serious foul play for Miles Skelly, away 49. Check complete.
So just for you to get the context again, the assistant VAR says confirming the on-field decision for serious foul play for Miles Lewis-Skelly. And now, if we come back here, let me play this.
I'm going to go red card, mate.
So the very first thought of Michael Oliver on this day is that he wants to give a red card. That is his first thought. It's okay to think about that, to be very, very honest. It's okay. Because that he is saying it and his reaction, of course, is that. And the VAR that is actually supposed to help him, says, okay, red card on the field. And they're supposed to check what is going on, of course.
Card on
Well,
Pires.
red card on the ankle. Serious red card. Serious foul.
Just checking the red card for serious foul play. Okay, it's going for serious foul play, not dogs though. Okay, for me, I think the contact's on the top of the foot.
Got
Okay,
another
I think he
angle
catches
from
him on the side of the ankle first. It glances off the
just there.
side of the ankle down onto the foot.
Just there, yeah.
So the first
So
impact
first
is more that
impact is on
Achilles
the
area
Achilles on the shin. Pause on point contact, please.
Yeah.
with no chance
There.
of playing the
So it's
ball.
high up above the ankle, then it comes back down.
Yep.
Okay, we've got some confrontation as well here. Okay, just get me the number, please.
Number 49, Lewis Skelly.
49, yeah, Lewis-Skelly, yeah. Michael,
Yeah.
confirming the on-field decision of red card for serious foul play for Miles Skelly, away 49. Check complete.
So guys, as at this point, did you hear anywhere where the VAR said that was a serious foul play, like proper? They honestly did not say that. They only went on with the on-field decision. They only stood by what Michael Oliver, thought was the problem. They never really told him that was not a serious foul play. At the same time, it's not doxo, which is denial of goal scoring opportunity. So let's hear what Michael Oliver has to say about this. Howard Webb.
Right, Howard, this one caused a big storm, a lot of debate. I personally thought, I was doing the game actually, and I thought yellow card when I first saw it. I thought he was just breaking up an attack, really, a bit cynical, but I didn't think there was any aggression in it. What's your take on it?
Yeah, you're right. It caused a lot of noise, this one, didn't it? Not all in a normal or good way as well. From the outset, I want to say we would prefer a yellow card in this situation. Clearly, the referee on the day felt that the actions of Miles Lewis-Skelly were serious foul play. He saw a player moving in towards an opponent without any ability to play the ball, without any intention of playing the ball, with the intention of stopping the opponent, and the referee sees a raised foot make high contact and then the opponent go down. So in his opinion, it was serious foul play. The VAR checked the footage to see whether that decision was clearly and obviously wrong, and determined that it wasn't, seeing that contact that was quite high on the leg. But of course, we know that
Okay, so let me quickly pause it here. From the horse's mouth, this is Howard Webb saying that the referee initial thought on the pitch was that it was a serious foul play, which I agree to as well. Of course, the referee saw it the first time and thought it was a serious foul play. I agree to that totally. Going forward, he then said the VAR did not see a serious foul play. And at the same time, did not see it as a dog show. Right? So why then did you give a red card? So he did not talk about that. If you hear the way he closed it, he said
to play the ball without any intention of playing the ball, with the intention of stopping the opponent, and the referee sees a raised foot make high contact and then the opponent go down. So in his opinion, it was serious foul play. The VAR checked the footage to see whether that decision was clearly and obviously wrong, and determined that it wasn't, seeing that contact that was quite high on the leg. But of course, we know that for serious foul play, we need excessive force or brutality. And what we see here is that high contact glancing and coming off the leg quite.
So what exactly is Howard Webb saying? What exactly is he saying here? Because it's not making sense to me. You see, the VAR is supposed to help the officials, for goodness sakes. Michael Oliver has seen something he thought and is actually wrong. The VAR checked and they cannot even correct him. The VAR actually saw that the boot just glanced on the Achilles, not a serious foul play. Finally, has stopped the player, which is a yellow card offense, of course, and they stood with the on-field decision of a red card. I've never seen that in my life.
Quickly. So for that reason, everybody pretty much in the game has formed the same conclusion that we now form, that this is falling short of serious foul play because of that glancing contact, because the studs don't really go right into the leg. They glance it before coming down onto the foot. So there are some considerations that might support a red card, but there's a whole host of others that say it's not quite there, and therefore, on balance, we'd rather this have been a yellow card. And the VAR acted to intervene. The VAR didn't want to re-referee the situation. We're mindful of referee's call standing, unless it's clearly and obviously wrong. The VAR felt it
Okay, let me continue before I make a
wasn't
comment.
at that level on the day, and decided to leave it as a red card on the field.
So the VAR thought the referee's on-field decision was not wrong and decided to leave it as it is on that day. How can the VAR decide to leave it as it is on that day when the VAR knows the referee's call is wrong? Guys, does it make sense? Please, if I'm wrong, please drop your comments in the comment section. Please, we need to engage about this. We need to talk about it. What is wrong with these officials? You saw it on the screen that it's not a serious foul play, and you decided to still go on with the on-field decision. I don't understand this.
Yeah. I mean, when I see it, actually, I've spoke to a lot of people, and a fair few people do think it was actually a red card. And the more I see it, the more I sort of, when I first saw it, I thought it's a yellow card and nothing more. But when you see it like that, I mean, there is studs. It is high. It's in quite a dangerous position, actually. I don't think at all that there's been anything. He's not trying to hurt him. I think he's simply trying to bring him down. So I agree with you. There's no violence in it, really. But there are studs, and it is quite high. And I can understand. What I can't understand is people thinking, no, definite yellow card, and not being a little bit open-minded. Because, as I say, there are a lot of people that think that's a red. I think it's a yellow. But can you understand why there are some people that do strongly think that's a red?
Yeah.
So this is the problem with Michael Oliver. I mean, this is the problem with Michael Owen, right? Yes, I'm Michael Owen. Michael Owen does not know how to ask questions. And Michael Owen does not know how to instigate questions. How can you be having double mind about this? You say this is a yellow card, and you say at the same time, he said, if personally you think it's a yellow card, and at the same time, if he checks what is going on, you think people need to be open-minded. How can you be open-minded to a decision that is not the right decision? How can you be open-minded to to what you can see on the screen. The boots are high, this and that. The VAR has checked for goodness sakes. We are not seeing it with our BI. We're seeing it with slow-mo cameras that are proper made to check out these things. So if you are saying, Michael, if you are saying the VAR has checked it, the VAR stood with on-field decision, how can Michael Oliver, who has the chairman of the PGMOL with him, he could have asked him more questions on why did they not turn it? Can you be staying with the on-field decision when you know it is wrong? But rather, he is saying that you should be open-minded. I don't understand what Michael Owen is saying.
And I've heard this described as like a really horrendous officiating decision. It's not. I understand why the referee saw this on the day for as a serious foul play action. We have to be careful about slowing things down and freeze framing things.
Yeah.
We've talked about not doing that. It can distort reality. So we have to look at it in full speed. We know that's important. And when you look at it in full speed, it is glancing. It does come off quite quickly. But it's an understandable on-field decision. Yeah. In hindsight, we think the VAR should have got involved, but I can equally kind of understand why that didn't happen in the moment. Well, we listen to the game, we feed back to the officials to try to ensure that we're in line with the expectations of the game in the way we judge these things.
Okay, so we both agree that it's a yellow, or it should have been a yellow. What was your reaction to the reaction after the game?
Okay, so now this is it. This is the admission. This is the admission that goes properly with my title. I said Arsenal's cheated, Oliver admitted. This is the admission here. They both agree. That is the chairman of the PGMOL or the president of the PGMOL, as well as Michael Owen in the studio with him. And every other person that has sense in this life agree that is a yellow card. So how do they move? How would they move forward? How would they even make sure that things like that does not happen next time? But I can tell you, you will see it next time, but you will not see it with any other team. You only see it with Arsenal. Forget the fact that I'm an Arsenal fan. No, to be honest, forget about that. This you only see with Arsenal. Things like this will only happen whenever Arsenal is playing, because with Arsenal, they're always following the book to the letter.
Really disappointing. We know criticism comes our way. It's part and parcel of the job. Everybody on the field gets criticised to some extent. Managers do as well. But there's a line, isn't there? And nobody should be subject to threats. Their families shouldn't be subject to threats, whether that be officials, players. We've seen all participants being exposed to that sort of thing. So really disappointing in that respect. People won't always agree with the decision. Yes, they can criticise where they feel that's justifiable, but not to the level that we saw with this situation that led to threats against the referee, the officials in this game, and their family.
Nobody is advocating for threats. Nobody is advocating for loss of life. Nobody is promoting violence. But people are bound to react. People will react when they feel cheated. If I feel like somebody is taking my stuffs away, I would definitely react. The PGMOL has never talked about solutions or what they think that needs to be done to make things right. They never do that. All they do is talk about the problems and stay at the problem. You do not want people to react when people are not robots, for goodness sakes. People are going to react, they are bound to react, and their reactions are what should actually make the game better. As at this point in time in the EPL, and the EPL term itself to be the best league in Europe or even in the world, and still they don't have automated offside. They still have shady decisions on VAR, which makes Arsenal feel cheated every now and then, and even some other clubs as well. So what exactly is happening in the PL? How can you say people should not react? Nobody is saying you should react to, because personally I feel these are deflection tactics. Deflection tactics to make people feel like, they shouldn't be talking. Anyways, guys, this is today's episode of the Stars on the Pitch, right? So what do you guys think about it? Please do remember to drop your comments, and more importantly, share or like this video and subscribe to my channel. Even if you're not subscribing right now, please do remember to, like my video so that other people can see as well. Maybe from there, get subscribers. And also at the same time, please, if you're an Arsenal fan, this is for Arsenal fans, please follow my channel, The Arsenal in Me. Here I talk only about Arsenal content. I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you so much, and enjoy today's episode of the Stars on the Pitch.